You stood there with your suitcase, no need for one last word. I knew this was the end, the goodbye still felt unheard. I smiled through my breaking, told you I'd be okay, but inside I was begging for reasons you couldn't stay. You never said forever, but I dreamed it every night. I'm holding on to echoes of a love that lost the fight. You never said forever, but I dreamed it every night. Now I'm holding on to echoes of a love that lost the fight. I loved you through goodbye, even as you walked away. Held your ghost inside my chest like you'd come back someday. You left me with the silence, but I still found a way to try. 'Cause I love you through the sorrow, I loved you through goodbye. Your scent still haunts my sweater, your voice still fills the air. I reach across the pillow, pretend that you are there. You never made me promises, still I gave you all of mine. Now the past is all I carry, in a heart that can't rewind. I loved you through goodbye, while you forgot my name. You moved on to summer skies, I slept beneath the rain. I built my world around you, even when you let it die. Still I loved you through the silence, I loved you through goodbye. Maybe loving means the losing, maybe pain is part of grace, but I'd still choose every moment if it meant I saw your face. I loved you through goodbye, with no promise, no reply. And though you never turned around, I never asked you why. Some hearts break in silence, but still sing when they cry. And mine will keep on singing, I loved you through goodbye. Even now, I love you through goodbye. Your shadow used to follow me through every crack in memory. I whispered prayers in broken tones, but you were gone, I was alone. I begged the stars to bring you back, but silence filled the faded tracks. I learned to breathe without you, through the nights that cut in two. You were the storm, I was the flame, burning through our love in vain. But here I stand, the sky so blue. I learned to breathe without you. Your name still lingers in the breeze, like echoes lost in falling leaves. But I no longer chase your face, I filled the void with softer grace. The tears I cried have built my wings, and I no longer fear the sting. I learned to breathe without you, through the ache I never knew. You held my heart, then let it break, but I survived that slow heartbreak. Now every breath feels pure and true. I learned to breathe without you. I thought I'd fade without your love, but I rose like stars above. Now I shine without your name. No more sorrow, no more blame. I learned to breathe without you. Though it hurt to start anew, I'm stronger now, and this is real. A woman who has learned to heal. So if you ask me what is true, I learned to breathe without you. I'm still breathing without you. I'm still breathing without you. I used to glow in every room, but now I'm fading into gloom. Your words still echo in my head, like songs from stories left unread. You held the mirror to my face and took away my saving grace. I forgot how to shine, lost the stars that once were mine. You loved me just to dim my light, then left me in the quiet night. Now I'm learning line by line to heal, to stand, to realign. But oh, I forgot how to shine. You made me doubt my every dream, like chasing hope was too extreme. But now I see it wasn't me. You feared the fire I could be. You clipped my wings so I'd stay low, but still my soul refused to go. I forgot how to shine, washed away by love decline. I begged to fit inside your frame, but I was never meant for tame. So I'm reaching past the line to the parts of me still mine. Even if I forgot how to shine. There's gold in broken parts, a sunrise in my scars. I'll find my way one light at a time. How to shine. I'm shining, this time it's all mine. Walked alone in midnight rain, calling out your name in vain. The echo fades but still remains a quiet ache I can't explain. But then I feel your breath so near, a whisper only I can hear. Hold me through the silence when the world forgets my name. Wrap me in your kindness, take away this heavy pain. Even when you're far from me, your love is all I need. So hold me through the silence. The stars above don't shine the same since the night you slipped away. But in my dreams you softly stay, guiding me through each new day. I reach for light in shadows deep. Your memory's the one I keep. Through every fall you pull me high. You're my reason why. Hold me through the silence when the world forgets my name. Wrap me in your kindness, silence. Hold me through the silence when the world forgets my name. Wrap me in your kindness, take away this heavy pain. Even when you're far from me, your love is all I need. So hold me through the silence. So hold me through the silence. Walked in like a melody, I sang along too carelessly, 'cause you were never really there, just shadows dressed in golden air. I gave you all I didn't know, you were just a fading echo. Fell for a ghost in the shape of love, held on to dreams we never spoke of, kissed the wind like it was real. Now I'm lost in what I feel. I fell for a ghost, and now I see it wasn't love, just haunting me. Your silence played like a lullaby, comfort wrapped in pretty lies. I reached for more, you slipped away like morning mist at break of day. I danced with hope in empty rooms, wrote your name in phantom blooms. I fell for a ghost in the shape of love, held on to dreams we never spoke of, kissed the wind like it was real. Now I'm lost in what I feel. I fell for a ghost, and now I see it wasn't love, just haunting me. You're just a whisper I let go, a love I loved but didn't know. I fell for a ghost in the shape of love, held on to dreams we never spoke of, kissed the wind like it was real. Now I'm lost in what I feel. I fell for a ghost, and now I see it wasn't love, just haunting me. It wasn't love, just haunting me. You're just a whisper I let go, a love I loved but didn't know. I found your sweater in a box I sealed last fall. The scent of you still lingers like you never left at all. I read the words you wrote in ink that's fading fast, but every line still cuts like glass. The coffee's cold, the sun forgot to shine today. I play our song and let the melody replay. The silence screams where laughter used to start. You're gone, but not from my heart. You're the echo in my heart, still calling. Even when I'm standing tall, I'm falling. I try to move, but your shadow stays haunting me in quiet ways. I smile, I breathe, I try to restart, but you're the echo in my heart. I met someone who makes me feel the spring, but I still flinch when church bells ring. It's not his fault, it's just the way your ghost won't ever fade away. You're the echo in my heart, still calling. Even when I'm standing tall, I'm falling. I try to move but your shadow stays haunting me in quiet ways. I laugh, I change, I play my part, but you're the echo in my heart. Time doesn't heal, it just teaches you to hide. I walk with strength, but you're still by my side. Not in the present, not in the past. You're the ache I thought wouldn't last. You're the echo in my heart, still singing. Every note, every pain you're bringing. I may forget the way you kiss, but not the days I still miss. You're gone and I've torn us apart, but you're the echo in my heart. You're the echo, still the echo of my heart. You used to say forever, like forever had no end. But promises fade faster when hearts forget to mend. I whispered through the silence, you listened to the storm. You left me in the stillness where love was once warm. Now I'm living with the echoes of a last unspoken cry. Your name still fills the shadows, but I've stopped asking why. I'm learning how to breathe without you by my side. Just me and the echoes of goodbye. The photo in my pocket still holds your frozen smile. I walk through all our memories, but only for a while. The ache has grown familiar, like a song I used to know. But every note grows softer each time I let you go. Now I'm living with the echoes of a past I can't rewind. You're fading with the seasons, but not inside my mind. I'm standing in the quiet where I used to cry. Just me and the echoes of goodbye. I don't hate you anymore, but I don't miss you like before. You were a lesson I survived, a love that left me more alive. So I'm dancing with the echoes underneath the open sky. You were once my anchor, now I'm learning how to fly. The pain became my wings, the tears have run dry. Just me and the echoes of goodbye. And I'm free with the echoes of goodbye. And told me it was over, like turning out a light. No warning, just the shadows falling into night. I begged you with my silence, hoping you would see, but your back was turned on before you left me. I found your sweater folded, the one I used to wear. Still smells like your cologne, still lingers in the forever. I believe every word, but truth has a whisper I wish I never heard. Before I let me go, I cry your name once more. Pretend you might return like you did before. I fold onto the pieces even if they sting, 'cause healing doesn't come without remembering. I stare into the mirror, but she don't look like me. She's tired of pretending and try to believe. I write you all my questions in letters never sent, hoping one day my heart won't feel so bent. Before I let me go, I dream the way we dance, like the world would never steal our last chance. But stories don't always end with a spark. Sometimes they just fade into the dark. Maybe I was loving someone who was gone. Maybe I was strong for far too long. But I still wish you told me why you slipped away. It's the silence that makes it hard to stay. Before I let me go, I whisper one goodbye to the girl who thought she'd never cry. I'll learn to breathe without your name, but I won't forget who I became. Before I let me go, I'll remember me. Before I let me go, I'll remember me. I stood where we used to stand, in the place you held my hand. The world moved on, but I'll remain, drenched in dreams, ashes in the rain. I still wear your name like a scar, a fading light from a falling star. Ashes in the rain, love washed away, echoes of a fire that couldn't stay. You were my forever in a fleeting frame. Now I'm nothing but ashes in the rain. Your voice still haunts these empty rooms, soft as dusk, sharp as truth. I whispered hope, you gave me pain. Now I dance with ashes in the rain. I still wear your name like a scar, a fading light from a falling star. Ashes in the rain, love washed away, echoes of a fire that couldn't stay. You were my forever in a fleeting frame. Now I'm nothing but ashes in the rain. Your voice still haunts these empty rooms, soft as dust, sharp as truth. I whispered hope, you gave me pain. Now I dance with ashes in the rain. I tried to bloom where you let go, but some flowers never grow. Ashes in the rain, love washed away, echoes of a fire that couldn't stay. You were my forever in a fleeting frame. Now I'm nothing but ashes I saw your smile in yesterday's sky, a fading light I still can't deny. We almost made it, almost tried, but timing's cruel and love passed us by. You held my hand like you meant forever, but forever was never ours to tether. I spoke in silence, you kissed in fear. Now all that's left is what's not here. We were almost, not quite. A fire dimmed before the night. All the dreams we built on air disappeared like they were never there. You were close but never mine, a love lost in between the lines. I replay scenes we never lived, the laughs, the tears we couldn't give. What we were was almost true, but almost doesn't carry you. I thought one day we'd find our way, but some goodbyes were meant to stay. No more pages left to write. We were a star that died mid-flight. We were almost not complete, dancing shadows in the heat. All the songs I sang for you now play alone in shades of blue. You were near but never stayed, a love the dawn could not persuade. I let go where the ocean roars. No more waiting at closed doors. In the echo I found peace in what we were and couldn't be. I was still learning how to breathe, with your name tangled in my sleep. Every promise half unsaid, still hanging in the words we never meant. I built tomorrow in my head, with fragile hope and borrowed plans. You were already closing doors, while I was standing where we began. I thought silence meant hold on, didn't know it meant goodbye. I was counting all our reasons while you were learning how to lie. You left before I was ready, before my heart knew how to fall. I was still choosing you daily. You were already done with us all. You left me mid-sentence, mid-dream, like love was a page you could tell. I stayed where the truth was breaking. You left before I could prepare. I replay moments like they change, as if time could bend for pain. Your smile felt thinner near the end, but I called it just a phase. I carried us on tired faith, while you traveled light and free. I held on to what we were, you held on to who you'd be. I mistook distance for space to heal, didn't see you drifting far. You were already letting go, I was still naming all our scars. still hurts to know you left before my heart closed the door. You left before I was ready, but I'm learning how to heal. I won't chase ghosts of yesterday or doubt the pain I feel. You left before I was ready, but I stayed long enough to grow. I love deeper than you ever knew, and now I finally let you go. Wasn't ready when you left, but I'll be ready for myself. Kept my phone on silent loud. Every breath was hoping you'd come around. The clock learned how to lie to me, saying time would heal eventually. I wore your absence like a coat, too heavy for the nights I chose. Every maybe kept me still, every promise never fulfilled. I asked the dark how long to stay. It whispered you're allowed to walk away. It was the night I stopped waiting, stopped believing love needs breaking. I laid your name down on the floor, didn't need it anymore. I watched the stars not care at all, and felt my heart begin to fall free. It was the night I stopped waiting and finally chose me. I found myself in quiet air, no more pretending you were there. Your memory lost its hold when I stopped doing what I was told. I forgave the girl I used to be for begging love to notice me. I let the silence speak its truth, that I was more than passing through. I saw my worth in the dim light. When I stopped calling your name, And I won again. The night didn't end in goodbye. It ended with me still alive. Packed your name into every goodbye, like I could fold it small enough to hide. You said you needed space to breathe, but I was still holding what we used to be. The days kept moving, I stayed behind, counting moments you left undefined. You walked away like it was a lie. I stayed to feel every goodbye twice. I let go slower than you did. I stayed when love still lived. You dropped us like a finish line. I reread every side. You learned how to forget me fast. I learned how to make the feeling last. I let go slower than you did, and it broke me bit by bit. Your laughter doesn't haunt the room. It's worse, it's how it vanished too soon. I talk to silence like it knows the shape of you, the way you'd go. I kept the promises you outgrew, like they still belong to me and you. You called it over clean and clear. I called it love, I stayed right here. I let go slower than you did. I stayed where love still lived. You closed the door without a sound. I searched for reasons all around. You moved on like it didn't last. I lived inside the aftermath. I let go slower than you did, and it broke me bit by bit. Maybe I loved deeper, not wrong. Maybe holding on took me too long. But hearts don't heal on even ground. Some fall quiet, some break loud. I let go slower than you did, but I'm still standing this. I carried us when you were gone. I felt the night stretch far too long. You forgot the weight we shared. I learned how heavy love can get. I let go slower than you did, but I survived every step. One day I'll say your name and feel no ache, but tonight I'm still learning how to let go break. Trace the lines where your hand once lay. Every corner whispers of yesterday. The laughter froze before it bloomed. Now empty rooms are all I've assumed. I replay the nights that never came, the words we never said, the unspoken flame. Even the silence held a weight of all the love we couldn't translate. I keep reaching for shadows you left. Every almost tears me to theft. What we almost were still hurts. The echoes of us feel the worst. Moments that slip through our hands, promises we didn't understand. I still feel you in every start, in the quiet breaking of my heart. What we almost were still hurts. It leaves me standing in reverse. I walk past places we could have known. Each step reminds me I'm alone. Your smile lingers in fading light. I chase it through the lonely night. Every plan that never came true, every dream I shared with you. Even the stars seem to pretend that some things just don't ever end. I hold the pieces of our might have been, learning how to let go within. What we almost were still hurts. The echoes of us feel the worst. Moments that slip through our hands, promises we didn't understand. I still feel you in every start, in the quiet breaking of my heart. What we almost were still hurts. It leaves me standing in reverse. Maybe time will dull the ache, but some memories never break. I forgive the love we left unsaid, and cradle every tear I've shed. What we almost were still hurts, but I'm learning life can still assign strength in places you couldn't stay, love in ways that won't decay. Even if the past calls my name, I can rise from the hurt and pain. What we almost were still hurts. But I'll live beyond the verse. I let the shadows rest tonight. Carry the almost out of sight. You stopped asking how my days had been, but somehow still knew when I cave in. The room got loud with things unsaid while you slept peaceful in your head. I spoke in pauses, you looked away. right. Distance was something you learned to say. I felt smaller every time you answered love with borrowed time. You never raised your voice or left a trace, but absence started wearing your face. Your silence learned my name, said it softly every time you turned away. You knew exactly where I'd break, showed up when you chose escape. You never said goodbye out loud, but quiet taught me what you meant by now. Your silence learned my name and called me lonely all the same. I waited for words you never owned, still packed my heart where you'd unload. You listened without staying near, heard my fear but disappeared. Love felt one-sided in slow motion. I drowned in almost devotion. You mastered the art of staying calm while I kept bleeding in your arms. I begged for truth you wouldn't say, so quiet, did it in your place. Your silence learned my name, memorized the sound of all my pain. It stood between what we became and everything you couldn't claim. You never promised, never lied, just let me hold while you withdrew inside. Your silence learned my name and left before the blame. Maybe love shouldn't hurt this clean or fade behind invisible seams, but I stayed talking to empty space until quiet answered in your place. Your silence learned my name, but I won't answer it the same. I won't chase echoes down the hall or beg for words you won't recall. You taught me lost without a sound, but I'm the one still standing now. Your silence learned my name, now I'm learning how to walk away. I won't wait where nothing speaks. Some goodbyes are quiet, but they still leave. Folding my days around your name like it was something safe to say. You promised nothing, still I hoped. Built a future out of things you never wrote. I learned your moods are quiet signs. Ignore the one fade. Your absence learned my daily life. Sat at the table, slept at night. I stopped expecting your reply. Still flinched when my phone lit up with light. I rewrote endings in my head, where you turned back, where words were said. But reality was cold and clear. You were gone. While my heart learned to rearrange, you moved on in quieter ways, left me alone with what remained. I loved you longer than you stayed, and paid the price you never paid. Maybe love was never meant to last. Maybe timing always cuts too fast. But I know this much is true to me. I stayed where you stopped choosing we. I loved you longer than you stayed, long after your goodbye decayed. I carried hope you couldn't hold, loved you warm while you went cold. You closed the door without regret. I'm the one who hears it yet. I loved you longer than you stayed. Now I'm learning how to walk away. I love again, just not that way. Not longer than someone decides to stay. The room feels wider than it should, like it's missing something good. Every chair knows how you sat, every corner whispers back. I didn't break when you walked out. I stayed too calm, I stayed too proud. But now the quiet hits too deep, like pain learning how to breathe. I thought the hurt would fade with time, but it learned my daily life. Everything hurts where you used to be. Every space remembers you and me. Even joy feels incomplete, like it's standing on weak knees. I don't cry, I don't fall apart. I just take in every part. Everything hurts where you used to be, and I don't know who I'm meant to be. Your name doesn't break my chest, it just lingers and never rests. Like a bruise I learned to hide. Under moments I survive. I pass the places we once knew. They feel empty, dressed as new. I smile like I've healed enough, but healing's not the same as love. I don't miss you like before. I miss the life I felt with you. Everything hurts where you used to be. Even laughter sounds too thin. Every dream lost gravity when you weren't there to lean in. I don't scream, I don't fall apart. I just carry the aftershock. Everything hurts where you used to be. Like my heart forgot how not to need. Maybe pain is love with nowhere to go. Maybe letting go is learning it slow. I don't want you back inside my days. I just want the hurting to change its shape. Everything hurts where you used to be, but it's softer than it was before. I can breathe through the memory. I don't collapse on the floor. I survived what I couldn't see. I outgrew the version of me. Everything hurts where you used to be, but I'm still here, and that's healing. Some wounds don't close, they just stop bleeding. Learned your name in heartbeats, not in words we used to say. Every silence had a rhythm, only I could feel that way. You never left your footsteps on the floor or on the street, but you settled somewhere deeper, where my breath and blood still meet. I don't hear you when I'm calling, I don't see you when I turn, but my body keeps on knowing every place you didn't burn. Your memory sleeps in my pulse, like it never learned to go. Every beat repeats the moment I was loving you alone. I don't cry the way I used to, I don't break, I just exist. Your memory sleeps in my pulse, like a secret I can't dismiss. I fold the days like letters, never sent but never gone. I speak your name in whispers when the night is holding on. You don't haunt my dreams anymore, you don't call me in my sleep. You just stay beneath the surface where my heart refuses peace. I'm forgiven what you couldn't, I've released what I can bear, but some love lives in the body, Even when the mind's repaired, your memory sleeps in my pulse. Soft and steady, never loud. It doesn't hurt the way it did then. It just weighs me like a cloud. I moved on in all the right ways. Still there's something I can't lose. Your memory sleeps in my pulse, like a truth I didn't choose. Maybe love is not a feeling. Maybe it's a mark in time. Something written in the nerve ends. Something living past goodbye. If I ever stop remembering, if my heart forgets its role, I'll still feel you in the echo of the life inside my soul. Your memory sleeps in my pulse, but it doesn't own me now. I can carry what we were without asking myself how. I won't beg the past to stay here. I won't chase what I outgrew. Your memory sleeps in my pulse, but my future beats brand new. I don't need you to be near me. My heart remembers enough. Still holds your shadow, like it never learned to fade. Your coffee cup remembers every morning that we played. The city sleeps without you, but I stay wide awake, counting all the moments I forgot to say. They say time is a healer, but it skips a few scars. Every night I look upward, and there you are. The moon still knows your name, whispers it through silver light, while I pretend I'm stronger than these lonely nights. The world keeps moving on, but I stay the same. The moon still knows your name. Your laugh lives in the hallway of a house I don't go back. I packed up all the memories, still left a piece unpacked. I've learned how not to miss you in the daylight's frame, but the dark keeps asking why I'm still the one in pain. I don't cry like I used to, I don't call anymore, but my heart still listens for footsteps at the door. The moon still knows your name, writes it softly in the sky. Every star's a reminder just won't live it in my head. If loving you was a season, I survived the rain. The moon still knows your name, but I don't need the pain. Tonight I let the moon remember, so I don't have to. I talked to you in paragraphs, you answered me in signs. I kept 1,000 feelings, you kept crossing lines. I watched your eyes grow distant, still called it just a phase. I stayed and stitched the silence, you slowly walked away. I thought love meant waiting, even when it hurts. Didn't know my honesty would make your world reverse. This is what my heart spilled when yours went quiet on me. I bled in every sentence while you chose not to speak. I loved you out loud, you loved me discreet. This is what my heart spilled when yours went quiet on me. I read between your pauses like they were written truths. I blame myself for questions you never wanted to choose. Every unfound you whispered was a door you closed. I was holding all the weight of a love you let go. You didn't break me loudly, you faded soft and slow. I lost you in the quiet before I even knew. This is what my heart spilled when yours went quiet on me. I cried in full colors, you lived in grayscale dreams. I reached for your shadow, you slipped out of reach. This is what my heart spilled when yours went quiet on me. Maybe some hearts love deeper, maybe some hearts hide, but silence is still leaving, even if no one cries. I won't beg for echoes from a voice that chose to fade. I'm done pouring my soul into It won't